Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're looking to reel in the biggest catches in fish, then you're going to want to make sure you've got the right rod in your hands. Today, we're diving into a complete tier list of every fishing rod in the game, ranking them from the absolute best to the ones you might want to avoid. Each rod brings its own set of buffs and abilities, and trust me, some are definitely more useful than others when it comes to landing those rare, impressive fish. So whether you're just starting out or you've been fishing for a while, this guide will help you figure out which rods will give you the edge. We'll talk about the rods that are game changers and why some might leave you frustrated. Let's get into it and find out which rods deserve a spot in your fishing arsenal. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking rods in fish. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The rods in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, flimsy rod. Alright, let's talk about the flimsy rod. You know, that basic no-frills tool you get right at the start of your adventure in fish. It's the one that has no buffs, no fancy upgrades, just, well, a rod. It's honestly as basic as it gets and you're going to get it for free. But don't get too attached, because you're definitely going to want something better as soon as possible. It's the kind of thing that makes you realize how much you're going to appreciate all those shiny, upgraded rods down the line. So yeah, it's the perfect intro, but don't expect it to carry you through the tough times ahead. The rods in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: long rod, fast rod, plastic rod, training rod, buddy bond rod, relic rod, stone rod, and precision rod. Alright, let's dive into the world of rods in fish, where we're talking about the C tier rods. You know, these are the ones that might not blow your mind with their power or stats, but they still have their place in the game. Maybe they're not your go-to for the top tier challenges, but you'll definitely want them in your collection if you're looking for variety and fun. First up, we have the long rod. Now, it's not the strongest rod in the game, but it's got one thing going for it: reach. With its extended range, you can cast farther than most, which can be super handy in certain situations. It's not going to catch the big fish for you, but it does its job at 4.5K, so if you're out there trying to maximize your fishing radius, this might be the rod you want. Next on the list is the fast rod, and this one's all about speed. If you're the type of player who loves to catch fish quickly, this rod's for you. It won't win any awards for power, but it will definitely save you time by catching fish faster. It's available from both Starter Island and Moosewood for 5,500, so it's not too expensive for those looking to up their speed game. Then there's the plastic rod. Simple, but effective. It's nothing fancy, but it does exactly what you need it to do. No frills, just a solid rod for getting the job done. You can grab this one for just 900 at Moosewood, so it's perfect for those starting out or anyone just looking for a reliable go-to without breaking the bank. Don't forget about the training rod. It's a small step up from the beginner's rod with a bit more durability. It's not going to make you the best fisher on the block, but if you're just looking for something a bit sturdier for basic fishing, it's a great pick. You can snag it for 300 at Moosewood, so it's a real bargain for what you're getting. Now, let's talk about the buddy bond rod. This one's got a cool twist. When you play with a friend, it boosts your stats by 30%. So if you're all about that co-op life, this rod is definitely a fun one to use. To get your hands on it, all you need to do is invite a friend to your server and interact with Bob at Moosewood. A sweet little perk for those who enjoy playing with others. Finally, we have the relic rod, a bit of a wild card in the C tier. It's not going to win any fishing contests with its weak stats, but there's a catch. It's expected to get a buff when the Ancient Isles update drops. So, if you're looking to future-proof your fishing game, this might be one to keep an eye on. It's obtained by completing the fossil bestiary for Dr. Finnis, and you can grab it for 8,000 sealers at the Ancient Isles. Not too shabby for the price, especially if the buff turns out to be worth it. So, there you have it. The C-tier rods in fish may not be the stars of the show, but they all bring something to the table. Whether it's range, speed, durability, or a fun co-op perk, each of these rods has its unique charm. Let me know in the comments which one you're using, or if there's another rod that's your personal favorite. The rods in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: magnet rod, rapid rod, magma rod, lucky rod, carbon rod, Midas rod, scurvy rod, phoenix rod, resourceful rod, riptide rod, seasons rod, celestial rod, voyager rod, and north star rod. Alright, let's dive into the world of rods in fish. If you're tired of catching the same old fish with basic gear, then you're in for a treat. Let's talk about the B tier rods that bring something special to the table without breaking the bank. First up, we have the magnet rod. This one's great if you're feeling a little lazy or just want to pick up all those crates and drops without having to do much. It'll attract them to you. You can grab it from Terrapin for 15,000, and trust me, it's worth it when you start seeing those drops roll in. Next, let's talk about the Rapid Rod. Speed is key when fishing, right? The Rapid Rod is quicker than the Fast Rod, which means you can catch fish at lightning speed. It's perfect if you're looking to reel in those fish fast. You can get it from Roselet for 14,000. Definitely a solid investment if you want to up your fishing game. Now, if you're the adventurous type who loves a challenge, the Magma Rod is your new best friend. It lets you fish in lava. Yes, you heard that right. Fish in lava. The catch? You'll need to trade an orca pufferfish to get your hands on this one, so get ready to make some trades. The Lucky Rod is up next, and it's all about that sweet, sweet, rare fish. With the Lucky Rod, you get an increased chance to reel in rarer fish, making your catches much more valuable. You can snag it at Starter Island or Moosewood for just 5,250. It's an easy pick if you're looking to catch something special. If you're into shiny stuff, the Midas Rod might just be the one for you. This rod increases your chances of catching golden fish by 60%. Just imagine reeling in fish that are not only rare, but also shiny. You can grab it from the Traveling Merchant for 55,000. A bit pricey, but totally worth it if you're looking to stack up on some bling. And then there's the Scurvy Rod. If you want to go full pirate mode, this one's for you. It boosts your luck by 50%, increases your lure speed by 15%, and gives your rod some resilience with a 15% boost. You can find it in the cave on Forsaken Shores for 50,000. It's a rod that'll make sure you're catching fish with style. For those of you looking to go after some rarer fish, the Phoenix Rod is a solid choice. It gives you an increased chance of catching scorched fish, which are worth more when you sell them. Pick it up from the Ancient Isle Cave for 40,000 and get ready to watch your fish collection heat up. And there you have it. Some of the coolest B-tier rods in fish. Whether you're looking for speed, luck, or just a little bit of extra shine, these rods have got you covered. Each one brings something unique to the fishing table, and they're definitely worth checking out if you're looking to expand your rod collection. The rods in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Reinforced Rod, Nocturnal Rod, Fungal Rod, Steady Rod, Fortune Rod, Mythical Rod, Haunted Rod, Rod of the Forgotten Fang, Rod of the Eternal King, and Wisdom Rod. Alright, so you've made it to the A-tier rods in fish, huh? You're either a seasoned fisher or you've just unlocked these beauties. Either way, you're in for a treat because these rods are game changers in every way possible. Let's dive right into it. First up, we've got the Reinforced Rod. Now, if you've ever tried to fish in the brine pools and felt like your rod was about to snap, this one's your lifeline. It's the only rod that can actually handle the brutal conditions down there. You can get it from the Desolate Deep for a hefty 20,000 seal wallers, but trust me, it's worth it. No more worrying about breaking rods when the fish start biting. Then there's the Nocturnal Rod. Ever found yourself wanting to fish at night but couldn't because your regular rod just doesn't cut it? Well, this rod's got your back. It catches diurnal and nocturnal fish at any time of day, making it the perfect rod for those late-night fishing sessions. You can grab this one for 11,000 sea dollars at Vertigo, which is honestly a pretty good deal considering how versatile it is. Now, if you're a fan of a little bit of luck, the Fungal Rod might just be your new best friend. With a 70% chance to spout spores that give you luck 4 for 45 seconds, you're basically stacking the odds in your favor every time you cast. How do you get it? Just show Agaric an alligator in the Mushroom Swamp. It's a bit quirky, but hey, that's what makes fishing fun, right? For those of you who like to fish deep, the Steady Rod is going to be your go-to. This one can handle the immense pressure of the deep ocean, making it perfect for those deeper found fish that others can't even touch. Roselet sells it for 7,000 sololos, so it's not breaking the bank either. But trust me, you won't regret it once you start catching those rare fish down below. Let's talk about the Fortune Rod. If you've used the Lucky Rod and thought, wow, this could be better, then the Fortune Rod is for you. It's stronger, it has a higher chance of snagging those rarer fish, and it's just a step above its predecessor. You can grab this from Roselet for 12,750 sea laws, and it's totally worth every coin. Here's where things get real fancy. The Mythical Rod. With a 20% chance for your caught fish to be rainbow, you're basically fishing for treasure at this point. This one's on the pricey side, coming in at 110,000 CLOs from the Traveling Merchant, but once you start reeling in those shiny, colorful fish, you'll understand why it's worth the splurge. Now, we've got the Haunted Rod. This one's a bit of a spooky special, giving you a massive 50% increase in luck. It's a limited time rod, so you'll only get it during the 2024 Halloween event. If you're lucky enough to grab it, you'll be reeling in some seriously good catches. Finally, we've got a couple of rods that really take things to the next level. The Rod of the Forgotten Fang summons a megalodon that gives you an extra fish, and that fish is 15 to 20% larger. I mean, who wouldn't want a megalodon on their fishing team? You'll craft this beauty in the ancient archives along with the Rod of the Eternal King, which unlocks the Royal Escort. This escort buffs your luck by 150% every 30 seconds for 10 seconds, making it a serious game changer. And don't forget about the Wisdom Rod. This one gives you a massive EXP boost, 70 to 100% more every 5 catches. Again, craft this one in the archives and you'll be leveling up like a pro. So there you have it, the A-tier rods of fish. Whether you're aiming for higher chances of rare fish, looking to up your luck, or just want a trusty rod that can withstand the toughest conditions, these rods have got you covered. Happy fishing! The rods in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: No Life Rod, Trident Rod, Destiny Rod, King's Rod, Sunken Rod, Rod of the Depths, the Lost Rod, and Antler Rod. Alright, so you've been fishing in Fish for a while now, and you're wondering which rods are worth the grind and investment, right? Well, let's talk about the absolute cream of the crop. These are the rods that'll make your fishing experience not only smoother, but a whole lot more rewarding. Grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive into the S-tier rods. First up, we've got the No Life Rod. This one is the real deal. It has some of the best stats across all rods in the game. If you're lucky enough to reach level 500, this beast is yours. And let me tell you, it's worth the grind. You'll be reeling in fish like a pro, and the stats alone make it a must-have for any serious fisher in Fish. Now, let's talk about the Trident Rod. Not only does this rod have a chance to pierce and stun fish during capture, talk about some sweet action, but it's also tied to a serious achievement. You need to hit 100% bestiary completion and fork out 150,000 $. Yeah, it's a bit of a commitment, but if you're up for the challenge, this rod will take your fishing game to a whole new level. If you're more of a luck-based player, then you need the Destiny Rod in your arsenal. This one is a bit magical. It applies a permanent and hefty luck boost to your catches. You can snag it from Kalea for 190,000 $, and it's perfect if you want to increase your chances of landing those rare fish. Plus, who doesn't like a little bit of extra luck, right? But wait, it gets even better. The King's Rod makes all your fish 10% larger. That means more fish, more rewards, and just a whole lot more fun. This rod can be obtained through the Enchanted Altar for 120,000 $. It's perfect if you're looking to bulk up your fish collection and really stand out in the fish world. Now, here's where things get even more exciting: the Sunken Rod. Every 10 catches, you have a 25% chance to find a treasure map on your next catch. That's right, treasure. You can get this rod by opening treasure chests, and it's a game changer if you're into hunting for hidden riches. Who doesn't want a chance to discover treasure while fishing, am I right? Last but definitely not least, there's the Rod of the Depths. This rod is an absolute powerhouse. It boosts your luck by 130%, lure speed by 65%, resilience by 15%, and control by 0.15. If you can get your hands on this beauty, it's available after completing the maze in the depths for a cool 750,000 $. It's a bit pricey, but the benefits it brings are totally worth it for anyone serious about maximizing their fishing efficiency. So whether you're after pure stats, a little extra luck, or a treasure hunt on the side, these S-tier rods are where it's at. Let me know which one you're aiming for, and good luck out there. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.